Hey, what's up, everyone? This is a little vinyl update video, and I'm gonna show all the vinyls I didn't show in the last one that I just got. So, let's see. We start off with The Flock of Seagulls. They're self-titled. This is a really good new wave album. It, of course, has Iran, So Far Away, and Space Age Left Song. But all the other songs on this album are pretty good too. So it's a pretty good album to have. And then we have We Come For You All by Anthrax. I just saw Anthrax a few weeks ago. I managed to get the front row. And this is a really good album of theirs. I'll show you guys the... It's a 2 LP, but I'll just show you guys one of the vinyls. This is pretty much the gist of what the other one looks like too. So pretty cool. It's a really good album too. This is John Bush era Anthrax. So this is without Belladonna as the singer. But it's a really good album still. And one of the best ones of the John Bush era in my opinion. Now we have Average White Band, self-titled. I know one song from the album. Pick Up the Pieces is a good song. That's the only one I know from this album. And then Cut the Cake by Average White Band. I don't know any of the songs on this album. I never really listened to either of them. I just got it from a lot from my aunt that she gave me. I guess I should put this in the soundtracks, but this was also in the lot. I think it's funny to have. That just shows how sick my sense of humor is, but it's a Bill Cosby album, obviously. But I'll actually set that aside. I'll put that in the soundtracks. Blackfoot Strikes. I really only got this for Highway Song. I need to listen to the rest of the album, obviously, but Highway Song is a really awesome song. So that's why I got that album. It was cheap, so nothing left there. My brother just got me this Agents of Fortune by Blue Oyster Cult. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. It took me forever to get it, but he found it at a record store in Kansas City. But I'm really happy to have this. This is my favorite Blue Oyster Cult album. Just one of my favorite albums in general. So I was really, really stoked to get that. Is there anything over here that I need to show? I have a list, but let's see. I think I have one over here. Yeah. So it's like this is a singles collection for the Carpenters. I don't know any of the Carpenter songs, but this is also in that lot that my aunt gave me. But I think I'd like them maybe, so I kept it. Some of them I didn't keep, some of them I gave to my grandma. There was some old music in there that she'd probably like more than I would. Not to say I wouldn't like it, but she'd probably appreciate them more. Now we have, this is another one my brother gave me, The Sound of Perseverance by Death. This is my favorite Death album, and I already had this on CD, but the vinyl's just so much cooler. I'll show one of the vinyls. It's like a butterfly type thing. And on the other LP, it's like the reverse colors. So the splatter would be orange, and then this would be red. So that's really cool. And it was pretty cheap too, from what I remember. It was like $20 or so. At least for this, it's cheap. new vinyl that's colored. It's a double LP. I don't think there's anything left in this section, but let me double check real quick. Nope, nothing there. Okay. Now, over here we have Elvis Presley's self-titled. This is my favorite Elvis album. I love every single song on this album. It's just really, really good. Alright. And we have Tarkus by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. This is another really good album. Pretty much shows the story of Tarkus right here. It's just about it's like a mechanical armadillo that erupts from a volcano and an egg. It's pretty weird, but the song itself on one side of the album, Tarkus, it's like a 20-minute song, but it's a really awesome song. And the rest of the songs are really good too. It's just a great album. Good progressive rock album. Let's see now. All these I've already shown. Golden Earrings to the Hilt. I really got this for the song Latin Lightning. I like that song a lot. It's pretty good. I don't know what type, I can't really put a finger on what type of rock it is off the top of my head, but I like it. And it was cheap too, so. This is just a compilation of like oldies music. I saw some songs in here that I like, so that's why I kept this one. But this was a part of that lot my aunt gave me. It has Dion and the Belmonts, and I like them a lot. Okay. Now we have my favorite Halloween album, Walls of Jericho. A really good, I think it's power metal, is what the genre is, but it's a really good power metal album. And yeah, this one, I also have this one on CD. And on CD it comes with the, with their first, like, with Halloween's, like, first EP album with extra songs. This one obviously doesn't have that, but still really good songs nonetheless. Here. This one I just kept because I thought it was funny. The name of it I thought was funny. It's obviously a country album. It's called Don't Be Confused by Homer and Jethro. My grandma said it's like twangy country music, but I never listened to it yet. I just think it's funny to have, I guess. I might listen to it someday, I don't know. But that was also my aunt's lot that I got. Huey Lewis and the News 4. Really good album right here. Of course, featured in American Psycho. There we are. Jackson Browne, Running on Empty. I just know, the title track of on this album. I never listened to the rest of it, but Running on Empty is a pretty good song. And that was also my aunt's lot that she gave me. Let's see here. Centerfield by John Fogerty. Again, I only know the title track of this album, but it's another pretty good song. I'm sure the rest of the album's alright. It's John Fogerty after all. But I just haven't listened to it yet. And by John Mellencamp. I don't know any of the songs on this album. I might listen to it sometime. I know a few John Mellencamp songs, but not really a whole lot. I finally got At Folsom Prison by Johnny Cash. This is a really great live album. One of the best ever, honestly. It's just really good, country album. And this is kind of confusing because this is Johnny Cash Sings Folsom Prison Blues. I don't know if I compared the two albums of, actual Folsom Prison and this one, but I mean, the songs on this are different. So it's like, I guess it's just a compilation album, this one. So, it's kind of weird. It was in my 8 slot too. Alright, we get caught up. I don't think there's any more in here that I got. Oh, no, I didn't. The King's Greatest Hits. This has a lot of good songs on here. Has some of their well, yeah, I guess it has some of their more older stuff and some of their more, I guess, experimental stuff. I don't know, but it's good. Has a lot of good songs on there. Now I don't think there's anything else in here, but let me double check. Nope. Okay. The Misfits. Bring that. The Misfits, Beware. It's a complete singles collection. And the great thing about the Misfits is, since all their songs are like 1.5 minutes long, you can have just a bunch of songs on one LP, which is what they did here. And this album it's just plain white, but it's still cool. So that's a good collection to have. This one's really cool. This one's pretty cute too, for what it is. Naughty by Nature, self-titled, really good rap album, and came in like the splatter green and like light bluish vinyl. So that's cool. And it sounds really good too. Just a really nice release of this album. It's 2 LP, but they both look the same. So, pretty cool. Of course, these have to slide back. It's right here. I got Too Much Too Soon by the New York Dolls. This is the other New York Dolls album I care about. I don't even know if they made any past their self-titled and this one. This is another really good glam rock album. So it's cool to have that. Dream by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. This was in that lot my aunt gave me, but I haven't listened to any of this. I don't know any of the songs on it. Now we have my favorite Pink Floyd album, The Wall. This is like in really good condition. It was more expensive, so that's why it's all sealed up right now. But it's really cool. I love this album so much. One of my favorite albums of all time. That's the only Pink Floyd album I have right now. I need to get Animals sometime. 1999 by Prince. I got this for cheap, but I think it's pretty roughed up. The vinyls are. But still, just a really good album. Pretty cool. It was cheap too, so. I don't think that. Oh. High Infidelity by REO Speedwagon. Really, really good album. A couple of their best hits on here. But I like it. Alright. Let me move this over here. I'm going to show my 45s at the end too. You can see them right there. And some cassettes I have too. And then I'll cut to some of the new soundtracks I got too. Okay. Gotta get past this stuff first. So I know I'm not missing anything. Equinox by Styx. I don't know any of the songs on this album. Ted Nugent self-titled. This is an awesome album. Of course, has Stranglehold on it, but I also like Motor City Madhouse a lot and Stormtroopin'. It's just a really great album. Ted Nugent's really good. One of my favorite guitars. I don't know if I showed this one actually, but it's Van Halen's self-titled. I really like this album a lot too. I like Van Halen a lot actually, but this album's pretty good. So here we have just a lot of compilation albums that there's at least a few songs or one or two in each of them that I like. I'm going to back this up a bit. There we go. So I'll just show these. I'm not going to go into detail for them really. I've never really been big on compilation albums. I prefer to just have the actual album, but some of them are, cool to have. And these are my aunt's lots, so they're free anyway. It's not like I paid for them. I like the cover of this one though. I think the moon, or the Earth from the moon's pretty cool. Now we'll go get into my 45s. I just started collecting 45s, so I can quickly show you guys the ones I have. A lot of these were in my aunt's lot that she gave to me. But this is America's You Can Do Magic, and Even the Score. There's some Beatles ones in here. Not the biggest Beatles fan. Get Back and Don't Let Me Down. Hey Jude. Revolution. Yesterday. And Act Naturally. I like this one. Billy Joel's It's Still Rock and Roll to Me. I like this song a lot. And Through the Long Night. Now we have Blondie. I just got this one for $1. Atomic. I love that song a lot. It's not the long version though. And Die Young, Stay Pretty. Another Blondie one, Call Me, Both sides are Call Me. I think. I don't know what the difference is. I think. Oh, one of them's instrumental. So yeah, we have Call Me. I have Christopher Cross. I don't like Christopher Cross really. I have this. Dolly Parton. Odd Jobs. I don't know if that's the name of the song or not. I haven't listened to this. I don't really listen to Dolly Parton much, I guess. 9 to 5, and Sing for the Common Man. All right. Dr. Hook's The Turn On. It's like, and Baby Makes Her Blue Jeans Talk. I think this is like funk, disco-y music. I haven't listened to this yet, actually, but I think I saw the music video a little bit one time for one of those songs. I like this. Elvis's Blue Suede Shoes and Promised Land, and it's a blue 45. That's really cool. I already showed you guys just this one, but I separated it from the actual album. It came with It's Fears, Christmas song right here, and it's on a red vinyl. So that's cool. I don't know what this is. I assume someone made like another Monster Mash cover, maybe. Swinging Head Monster Mash. I don't know. I haven't listened to it. I just think the cover kind of looks cool. I mean, it's like comic book kitty type thing. And then this is a actual comic book. I think this is really cool. It's like G.I. Joe or something. This looks like a ripoff of Indiana Jones, but I think it looks cool. We have a couple. I thought I had more than one. One Huey Lewis. Maybe I put this out of order. Huh. I guess we'll get to the other one. I don't know why one of them's out of order. But The Heart of Rock and Roll by Huey Lewis and Working for a Living by Huey Lewis. Maybe I didn't have to. I don't know what I'm thinking. But Heart of Rock and Roll is really good. I only got that one for $1. Kenny Loggins, Welcome to Heartlight, and Only a Miracle, I think, is the other song, yeah. That's cool. Get Down on It by Kool and the Gang. I really like this song. And Steppin' Out is the other one. But Get Down on It's a really good funk song. Rollin' by Kool and the Gang. And Misled. Rocket by Lips Incorporated. I assume one of them might be an instrumental. It says Rocket for both sides. Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. This is pretty cool to have. And Can't Get Out of the Rain. That's cool to have. Michael Jackson one. And then I have another one, Off the Wall by Michael Jackson. And Get on the Floor. Dig. This one doesn't even have a sleeve. It's pretty rough. Pretty roughed up too. Dusty. Transfusion by Norvis, and Dig. I don't know what this is. On Top of Spaghetti and other songs to tickle your funny bone. So it's most likely just a children's thing. Whirly Girl by OXO, and In the Stars. I don't know who OXO is, so I like this one a lot. Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall, and it also has One of My Turns. So this one I like too. I think it's pretty cool to have. This was in my aunt's lot, and I was really surprised when I saw it. Let's see. Queen's Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and Spread Your Wings. I like Elvis's Crazy Little Thing Called Love better. Not a big Queen fan either. You Can't Change That by Radio, and Rock On by Radio. Radio's alright. This one's in the sleeve. This must be one I bought. Oh yeah, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo by Rick Derringer. Better to buy this than the whole album I most likely don't care about. So that's cool. I don't know what this is. It says music from the Oral Roberts Summer TV Special. Yeah, I don't know what this is, honestly. Folds out like that, though. It feels like it has a couple vinyls in here, but I don't know what any of it is. Shocking Blue by Venus, that's just an amazing song. I really like, I'm stupid. Did I just say it's Shocking Blue by Venus? No, Venus is the song, Shocking Blue is the band. I love the song Venus. And what was the other song on here? Hot Sand. I like both songs. Shocking Blue is a pretty underrated band. But I love the song Venus especially. St. Elmo's Fire by John Parr. And the other song is One Love by... It was performed by David Foster. But I like St. Elmo's Fire a lot. It's a really good song. I've never seen the movie or anything. Mary Ann with Shaky Hands by The Who, and I Can See for Miles. I Can See for Miles is a really good song. I think this was also only $1. In the Navy by the Village People, and Manhattan Woman by the Village People. I know neither of those songs, but this one I do. YMCA by the Village People, and Women by the Village People. YMCA, you know, it's cool to have, but I'm probably never going to listen to it. So, those are all my 45s. Most of them, again, were from the lot, which my aunt gave me. And now we have... I put my cassettes, but they should really be up here. If they can fit. Yeah, they can fit up here. So... Fire and Water by Free. This has, I know it has one song I know. All Right Now, yeah. That's a really good song. My brother bought he just gave me all of his cassettes, what few he had, but that's cool to have. I don't even have a cassette player plugged in right now, but I'll show these off anyway, I guess. This is the Gap Band. I can see it has Burn Rubber, which is a good song. What else is on here? I don't know any of the other ones. It says the Gap Band / Bar-Kays back to back. So I think it might be a, I guess, compilation thing. I think I got this from my grandma. This I found in a car I was working on. It's just George Strait's Greatest Hits Part 2. I know all my exes live in Texas, and that's it. But I like that song. My brother got this one, Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. Really good album. It's cool to have on cassette. I need to get it on vinyl, though, one of these days. I know I already have this on vinyl. My brother got this, too. High Infidelity by REO Speedwagon. I also have on cassette. So that's cool. And finally, Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. I see Mrs. Robinson's on here. And The Sound of Silence. I guess that's about all I know. I don't listen to Simon and Garfunkel, I guess, as much as I probably should. But those are all my cassettes, and I'm about to jump now to my soundtracks in just a moment. Okay, so here are my soundtracks that I have separated from everything else. I really just prefer having my soundtrack separated, and then I have the horror separated from the rest of the soundtracks I have. So I'll just show the new ones I got, and I have a couple things off to the side too that I'd like to show. Okay. First we have the actual Goblins Dawn of the Dead soundtrack. This is all in Italian, but I mean, obviously the songs don't have lyrics. But this is a white vinyl like the Misfits one, so I'm just not going to show it, but it's really cool to have, you know, the actual Dawn of the Dead soundtrack and like a remake of the soundtrack too, which I have. We have Suspiria, another really awesome Goblin soundtrack. This is also all in Italian and whatnot, and also a white vinyl. This is a really good soundtrack. I don't know if I showed this. I think I have, but I have the Lost Boys soundtrack on a red vinyl. And I love this soundtrack a lot. It's a really good soundtrack. My mom loves the soundtrack too. I got the CD for her for I think Mother's Day this year. This is really cool. The They Live soundtrack. I'll take this out and show you guys what it looks like. But this is really freaking cool. I love that. So we have that, and then the actual vinyl. It's like a black and white vinyl, which is really awesome. And it has some facts and has like a booklet in here, I think. So that's just really cool. Those are one of my favorite vinyls that I have, honestly. Let me put this back right. And the soundtrack's really good too. It's one of my favorite John Carpenter soundtracks. The movie's really good. I'm a big fan of They Live. I have a whole cardboard cutout of it. And everything. Come on. I'm trying to get back in this. Look like plastic sleeve or whatever. There we go. have the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly soundtrack, which is another one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Whenever I hear any of the music from it, it just makes me want to watch the movie again. Just a really, really great soundtrack. This one's also white. I think this is by the same. I think this is released by the same people who released the Zombie and Suspiria soundtracks. Then we have the Goodfellas soundtrack. A lot of really good oldies music in here, and then some As Layla and Sunshine of Your Love, which is more, rock. And it is in blue vinyl. So I really like that. I love Goodfellas as well. And every song on the soundtrack was really good. This one's more weird. I've never seen the show Happy Days, and this was like a promotion for it. It has like sweepstakes crap in here. It had like flyers and pictures of like the Fonz. Kind of weird. I forgot what the songs were on here actually. I think there was some I like. Yeah, it has Johnny B. Good and Surfing Bird. Yeah, there's some good songs on here. It's just kind of weird to have a Happy Days vinyl. This is a really good soundtrack too. The Magnificent Seven. Really famous soundtrack. One of the best Western soundtracks ever. And just one of the best Western movies ever too. The Platoon soundtrack. I love this movie and the soundtrack's really good. A lot of good songs on here. Has some Merle Haggard and The Doors and Jefferson Airplane. That's pretty cool. And I think the last one of my soundtracks is the first Terminator. And the vinyl's really cool. It's got a splatter of different colors on a clear vinyl. So I like that a lot. So it's cool to have the first two Terminators on vinyl. I really love both of the movies too. So for the extra stuff I have, this is stuff I got at the Anthrax concert. Or, well, I guess a couple of the things I got that I really, really like. This is a signed copy of this live compilation album they released. It's really cool. I need to get a frame for this though. But I was really happy to get this. And since I got the front row, I ended up getting a pick from my favorite bassist, Frank Bello. I ended up getting a frame for it. So that was really cool to get. That was my favorite concert ever, honestly. But, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. One of these days I'm gonna show off all my movies sometime. That might take longer. And I have to do it by rows, I would think. But one of these days I'll get to it. My work ethic for making videos isn't very good. Especially since I work 40 hours a week, but that's besides the point. That's alright though. When I get to making them, I enjoy editing and making them. Whether or not people like to, watch them or not is whatever. But, yeah, I like making videos. And, that's just about it. See you guys.